Welcome back to our discussion of Fire Giant Ragnarok. And before I make the next suggestion, I want to say I am assuming you're planning this Ragnarok campaign all the way from 1st level to 20th level. If you're not, you might have to change some things. But I think an interesting twist here is that about the time the player hit 10th level, the Fire Giants should have already won. The last nation has been conquered. The polar ice caps have been melted. The last hero that could deal with them, other than the player characters, dead. The world is completely under the thumb of tyranny, and it will be forever. Everywhere is hot. Everywhere is under the iron grip of the Fire Giant throne. Everywhere is conquered. The player characters are going to have to break the world to free it from the smoldering stagnation of conquest by the Fire Giants. And at this point, they are going to have to face a brutal choice, because you're going to give them the opportunity to release a force into the world which will oppose the Fire Giants but be almost as bad as them. You're going to give them the opportunity to release Frost Giants. The Fire Giants have been able to do what they're doing because at some point in the unimaginable past, the Frost Giants have been sealed away, but now the player characters know the location of the gate that holds them out of the world, and they can go open it. Do they risk their lives to try to free a force of cosmic destruction that they absolutely will not be able to contain or put back, that will not be allied with them, that will just, in fact, be seeking to destroy the Fire Giants? If they make their choice, they eventually find their way to the Frost Gate. And what they find is perhaps not what they were expecting.
The door is small, not ornate, not glowing, just iron. Pitted, hinges rusted in layers of permafrost. You were told this was the prison of giants, sealed by ancient flame. But this looks like the hatch to a cellar. You break the seal. The rune-carved lock snaps. The door groans open. Inside, a dry cave, a pile of bones, small bones, goblin-sized, brittle, white, undisturbed. A flicker of cold light dances in the air. A dust devil, barely the size of a cat, swirling weakly in a little loop of snow and ash. Then it dies. The snow hits the floor. Silence. Maybe one of you speaks. Maybe one of you steps forward. And then, the wind hits, greater than first as a whistle, then a howl, then a scream. Snow surges from the doorway, not falling but flying, a horizontal avalanche. The cave trembles. Frost creeps up your boots and blades. And then, the thunder of footsteps. A shape, then another, then many, Frost Giants, clad in iron and bone, break from the snow like titans surfacing from an ocean. No words, no gratitude, already running toward the fire.
And now, this unstoppable, uncontrollable force that is the Frost Giants will fall upon the Fire Giants like a wave and change the course of the conflict forever. And maybe it's the beginning of tragedy, and maybe it's the beginning of victory, and maybe it's both. But definitely, nothing will be the same after this.